Mr. Chairman, members of the committee, the record, my name is Bob Haynes, representing Massachusetts AFL-CIO and our working families here in the Commonwealth of Massachusetts. Thank you for this opportunity. Before I do 1815 and SB 688, I just want to register in support of HB 1871, Public Sector OSHA bill, and written testimony will be submitted. I'm here at this moment, though, to speak to the Act establishing paid sick days, House Bill 1815, Senate Bill 688. Try not to be repetitive about the issues, but I do need to get in one of my lines about how dangerous this is in public health arena. The first order of business is this is really a health containment bill, health cost containment bill. Health cost expenditures, by the way, Representative Gabali, thank you for being at our press conference this morning. This is really all about containing cost. And when workers have the ability to use paid sick days, they seek routine and preventative physician care. They don't go to the emergency room. That's the danger about this whole process if you don't have paid sick days. We need people to do more preventative care with their own PCP, have their regular doctor, and they're more likely to do that. They also, folks need to manage their chronic illnesses. And if you don't have paid sick days and you have diabetes and you have some of these other chronic illnesses that need constant care, it can get worse. It's going to cost money in the long run. To say nothing about H1N1 and how much that's going to cost the Commonwealth if we don't have paid sick days. I want you to think about Medicare and what will happen if we have a pandemic here in the Commonwealth of Massachusetts. Think about Medicaid and how much money we spend here in the Commonwealth of Medicaid. Think about the employers and about how important this is for them. Even though they don't recognize it, how important it is for productivity, how important it is to show some respect and appreciation for what the workforce does. They don't have any problem in a lot of cases paying for vacation time. They don't have any problem in a lot of cases providing some kind of retirement security or health care security. But there's some reason we can't figure out how to get paid sick days for families and workers in this economy. It doesn't make a heck of a lot of sense to me. We're not talking about giving anybody anything. We're talking about earning a very modest amount of paid sick days, up to 7 paid sick days a year, which amounts to, for every 30 hours of work, you would get a paid sick day and use it when you need it. It's obviously good for public health. I was going to try to avoid this, but I need to say this. Everybody in this room knows about kids in preschool. They know about those slobbering children that eat each other's food and hang around with each other and are very close. You can move up to elementary school and hang around lockers. You can go to high school and colleges and see how close our kids interact. And you get this flu to go through our school system and go through our employers. Talk about productivity at the employer level. Employers don't want to pay. Somebody has to go to work. 40% of the people in this Commonwealth don't have paid sick days. And it's generally the folks in lower wage industry. What happens to you when you're at work and somebody starts to cough and sneeze? It's not just the low productivity from that person that might be sick and not feeling well and not being up to doing the work that they need to do. It's about the rest of the workforce. It's dodging around the cubicles and dodging around the people that are sick and not shaking hands with them, not interacting with that employee when they should be collaborating, working on team efforts in their life. So it's a good piece for employers to recognize that it's good to have paid sick days. In Massachusetts, we did healthcare reform. Very significant piece of legislation that pretty much got everybody here in the Commonwealth of Massachusetts covered. This is a move to improve on that. We didn't have any problem mandating that employees had to have health insurance here in this Commonwealth of Massachusetts. We ought not have any problem mandating that employers provide some level of paid sick days to keep folks out of the emergency room. The United States of America, pretty interesting place. We've argued for universal health care for years and years and years, and we reference the fact that every industrial nation in the world provides universal health care. We can't seem to figure out how to do it here in the United States. We're having a great fight in Congress and a great debate right now. The President of the United States and our beloved Senator Kennedy put it on the plate, and we're working towards that. But paid family leave is the step that keeps our folks out of the workforce when they're sick. It shows some respect and dignity for what they do. If they can do it around the rest of the world and can be competitive around the rest of the world, if we can be competitive here in Massachusetts, not fair that somebody's providing paid family leave and other folks don't pay it. So I say we need to put it into play. It's a children's bill. Take a look in the audience and see those little, beautiful little babies behind you. That's a kid's bill. It's about making sure that those parents can stay home when their kid's sick. It's a intergenerational bill. It's about taking care of your own parents. A lot of our parents are aging, and they get sick, and there's nobody to take care of them. It'd be nice if we could make sure we have that contact, we have that contract with the employer to make sure that we can take care of our loved ones. Why do we go to work anyway? We go to work so we can provide for our families and take care of our families and have some economic and social security at home. And so it's a children's issue, it's a family's issue, it's a woman's issue. Who takes care of our kids? Who takes care of our parents? As much as we understand as men that we have a equal right and equal responsibility to take care of our kids and our parents, it is the women that do most of the work caring for our children and our families. It's a significant women's issue. Imagine being at work and having to make the decision about whether or not you ask the employer for a couple hours off or a day off to make sure you go take care of that kid that's sick. And it's a jobs issue. It's clearly a jobs issue. It's about leveling the playing field. It's about making sure employers who do pay don't have to compete against people who don't pay. And it's all about loyalty to the employee. It's all about productivity. It's about what you get from that employer. And having a loyal employer that recognizes that you care enough about them to give them a couple of days off to take care of their families. That's the name of the game. I will finish with two quotes. One from President Obama, who said, "Nobody in America should have to choose between keeping their jobs and caring for a sick child or an ailing parent." And our beloved late Senator Kennedy, who said even more succinctly and more directly, when he said time and time again, no one should have to choose between the child they love and the job that they need. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Members of the committee.
Thank you.